you better keep running, archers. Got some cav that's coming, and they are out for vengeance here. Hello everyone, Ellington here, and here we are back on the epic battlefields of the ancient world. We are on the settlement of Bertigala, and starting this one off, you can see we've got Massilia here with some mercenary Gallic hunters, and doing a, I don't know about a common strat, but it is something you tend to see every once in a while. Bringing up those Gallic hunters, putting them in a position to burn the artillery on the walls. Now, as you can see from what just happened, a very, very risky move. What you tend to see from the defensive side of the field here, typically they will put some sort of like slinger or something up on the walls around their artillery so that as soon as the game starts and those archers show up, the slingers shoot at them in return. But in this one, the other risk, obviously, is the fact that there's a gate right here. And as soon as that showed up, that cavalry went right out and right for them. Luckily for Massilia, he was already pretty well back by the time the cavalry got out, and so the cav smartly turned away. I think it would have been a waste of the general. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into some of the armies and the commanders here. From the attackers, we have got Rome being commanded by Yoda Emperor. I think it's supposed to be like Yoda Emperor type thing. Then we've got Galatia being commanded by Destructor, who is the person who sent in the replay. Then finally, Massilia with the kind of ballsy move there, being commanded by Jacobi. For the defenders, we've got Bactria being commanded by the Pizza Maker. Nabatea being commanded by Craig Shields. And where's Athens? Athens over here being commanded by Sima? I don't know exactly how to say that. Ooh, but look there, coming in the back, we've got citizen cavalry from Athens moving around way in the back here. They are winded. If I was Athens, Nabatea actually has a scythe chariot that's already visible, so will the attackers realize it? But if I was the defenders here as Athens, I probably would have let this cav sit over in the forest for a minute, let it get refreshed before I came over here. I don't think he's going to like what he finds here. 3 Praetorian Guard back here. Got a bunch of Hastati covering his artillery, and then some legionary cohort. It looks like he is Is he trying? I mean, I doubt he's trying to shoot explosive shot at the wall. I mean, I guess he could be trying to hit the hoplites. I wasn't really sure why Athens had his hoplites up on the walls like that either. You can see the defenders are giving up this outer area, which honestly is pretty common. It's a pretty hard thing to hold this, given the fact that the attacking archers can get so many kind of like side shots and angles on you. But it looks like we are going to get a Massilia push over onto this wall, which, once again, a ballsy move. This is a tough wall to come after. Now, the attackers do have a Greek giant ballista up on the wall, or on the cliff over there, excuse me, and they will be able to assist in barraging this area. It's really the only way I ever find people have any success attacking here is if they've got an artillery up there to hit this part of the defense. Now, what is interesting over here, typically you see the defenders kind of hold something like this, but we're seeing a kind of outward thrust here by the defense, and very interesting. What I do kind of like about this is it frees up a lot of room back here for other units to come up and throw javies or support, stuff like that. So I actually kind of like this. It's kind of an interesting setup. Galatian sword's going to charge in. These Nabatean swords are probably not going to last very well against them. Then you got a Desert Hoplite over here. Desert Hoplites obviously do not have javelins. Nice setup here. Now look at this, though. So the Nabatean swords may not be able to win that, but with the heavy archers shooting right into the sides and the backs of this Galatian swords, that should give them the edge. Oh, man, look at Nabatea's archers already at 61 kills. And here comes the legions of Rome. The Citizen Cav avoided, looks like it found the Praetorians and then went around them. Now the question will be, can Rome possibly get like a jabby toss or something? Citizen Cav going to come over and hit the Hastati, but the Hastati dropped the towers, so they should be able to get a good javelin toss into the Citizen Cav. Got 8 kills on that, and actually haven't lost anything, surprisingly, given that Hastati actually did get a couple of javelins off. Athens here went very, very heavy on the hoplites. Personally, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of forces or armies that just kind of stand there. But, I mean, that's just my personal preference. Nabatean swords. Once again, they're not getting a lot of kills. What's getting the kills right now is that right there. They're getting excellent shots, but look right in the middle of this defense. Nabatean swordsman is breaking, or wavering at least, and they have not sent anything to plug that gap. You got a axe warrior that pulled over with a frenzy charge, but getting jabbied in the back. I don't think either side really got very good of a charge there. And then the Nabatean swords here are breaking. The Legionary cohort has taken quite a bit of damage, though. And archer fire, thorough spears, throwing. What I would probably do here, though, I'd probably make my thorough spear kind of a column. Kind of like this, like that way, then throwing this way, if that makes sense. Well, I guess they did not plan on holding that outer area any longer, because they are just taking the secondary line here with the Bactrian Hillmen. A little better than standard Hillmen. You can see the artillery coming in on the back lines. Now, because we're looking from the attacker's point of view, we can't really see the defensive forces except for the ones that are obviously kind of set up in the front. Basically, whatever is within the line of sight of an attacker, that's what we can see. So the Citizen Cav got 9 kills and lost 11 men. So always the tough part is the javelins that can hit you as you run away with your cavalry. They really just shred you. Out of the Stadi, 28 kills. Looks like the Hoplites are winning that one. Levy Freeman with 25, Hastati with 35, 55, and 14, 16 on the Hoplites. Green Archers moving forward. Nabatean Heavy Archers with 153 kills. But you got to be careful because Syrian Archers from Galatia are shooting over at them. Now, are they out of ammo? No, they are not. Because they're Nabatean Heavies, they do have pretty good armor, so they can soak up a little bit of that fire. But you definitely probably don't want to be leaving them in that shot for very long. Especially getting double teamed like that, or triple teamed even. You know, that heavy archer needs to be a GTFO. If you don't know what that means, you're too young to know what it means. Basilia, man, just cruising in. So he put forces down here and has been pushing through the side of the gate, which is right here. But then you can see multiple units have landed. Got Thorax Sword v Thorax Sword. Basilia's got them, and so does Bactria. Now, typically the reason this side is so hard to attack is usually what you have is kind of a line of defense like this. Then behind that you have other units set up to throw javelins and hit angles, you know, throwing over here and throwing over here, things of the sort. Then you can see Nabatea actually has archers over here, so Nabatea is kind of all over the place. But Nabatea looked like getting some pretty good shots over into Massilia's back. And then I think the other heavy archer came up to try and counter the Gallic Hunters. Pretty sure the Ballista, 127 kills. I think it is out of ammo by now. Got a Celtic Slinger back here, and then some Celtic Warriors not doing anything. I'm curious as to why. Galatia really taking the brunt of this assault through the middle. Now, as you can see, the defenders have kind of set up a couple units kind of like this. So as the attackers come in to hit it, you can see that the defending archers get that nice back shot on them one more time. Thorough Spear with 167 kills. I'm pretty sure they're out of ammo. Like, out of jabbies, I mean. Nabatean Axors, only 17 kills. The Galatian Legionaries are obviously a much better unit. If you're going to take this fight, I think you should probably go square formation as the Thorough Spears. Probably hold a little bit longer. Looks like Axe Warrior's doing some cycle charging over here. 83 kills, that's a little better. Hoplites 114. Once again, very, very nice. There's Dottie also getting shot in the side from the Cretan archers. See that volley coming in. Oh, man. Get some good screenshots. And I believe Rome is the one still shooting in artillery. Looks like still using that explosive shot. I never find explosive shot to be very effective personally. For damage, I definitely prefer a fire shot, and then obviously the standard shot tends to be the most accurate, but doesn't do quite as much damage. The heavy archers, 72 still, and 75 kill. I'm not sure why they're running away. You've got 4 different archers here that could probably just annihilate these 3 Gallic Hunters, so I'm not really sure why they're not doing that. Looks like this Nabatean might be shooting over at that Gallic, but the Syrian back here doesn't seem to be doing anything. 45 men and 0 kills. What are you doing, Bactria? You got to get in that fight. This heavy archer just shattered that Gallic Hunter, so you can see if they take this fight, they will annihilate those archers. But Massilia, to me, looks to be making some sort of progress over here. Doesn't seem to be doing too shabby at all. Massilian hoplites, thorax swords, thorough spears. Galatian legionaries over here about to break this thorough spear. That will give them rain here and here, but the Persian lights have been shooting them in the back, so that Galatian legionary is going to be pretty dinged up by the time it gets through here. 54 men lost, so 106 out of 160. Now the question is, where do you go, left or right? I think you go left here, bust this. You're not going to catch the archers. Although I will say, at the moment, there is nothing stopping you right here. There is a small Bactrian Hillman. Oh, yes, there is. Never mind. That was really weird. How can I see this, but I couldn't see this? That's kind of dumb. But yeah, so Galatian legionaries have turned. They're hitting the back of this thorax sword from Bactria. And now they're turning around. I think you stay there. I think you stay here and finish off this thorax sword. Allow Massilia to continue making his way through. All right, he's turning. And Nabatean thorax pike going to come over, and Galatian legionary cannot do much about it. Got some Syrian archers up on the walls now. Now the citizen cav seems to have been a little bit of a nuisance, but doesn't seem to be doing too much damage here. Legionary cohort getting a nice jabby toss. Somehow I'm amazed that citizen cav did not break. And the legionary, or I mean the legionary, the Roman general just got jabbied or archered. by his own men, by the way. The Roman general is dead. Wow. That is huge for the defenders. The Roman general already being... Like, obviously, the Roman legions all have discipline, so it doesn't have as much of an effect, but it's not good, suffice to say. 72 kills. Look at that hoplite, 121. And actually, look at this. So a hoplite somehow has kind of worked its way around the edge of the legionary cohort. And then you've got another one, 158 kills taken on this legionary cohort here. If I'm Rome, I don't think you keep pushing this personally. I think you cut your losses over on this right, and I think you put your troops up on the middle and support with, push with your Galatia and your Massilian allies. I think you try and bust this so you can pressure there, and then maybe you can catch that Thorax Pike, possibly.
Get running! Move it! Charge!
And then I think looks like Massilia is going to sneak. Yeah, I mean, he'd still get the back charge, so I guess it's fine. I thought he was going to sneak around here, but... So honestly, a bit of this defense is kind of collapsing. The center seems to be pretty strong for now, but, well, the center and the right seem to be strong, but this left is not looking good for them.
Fire on the enemy!
What do you got here? All right, so it looks like the rest of Galatia is entering the gates here. The archer's still over here, and Galatia still has some troops left. 160, and 91. And actually some Romans here as well, legionary cohort. I think you take this Praetorian Guard. Like I said, I think as Rome, I think you come up here. Oh, and here come the chariots. Oh, yes. Right through the archers. The archers trying to get away. Now, because of this, the legionary cohort here, I think, is the only unit. But I think he's out of javies on him, because I think he used him earlier, and I'm pretty sure that's the unit that javied his own general. But you got the Praetorians with the javelins. 125, 27, 35. There you go. Oh, yes. Through more archers. Praetorian Guard that's stuck on the tower. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nicely done. Now, if you can get another command order by the other Praetorian, you can probably get another Javi toss on it. You might be able to finish off the chariot. Now, the thing about chariots is, if they shatter, but they still have a couple of, units left, if they run through your units, they still get kills, even though they're off the field. Or even though they're, quote-unquote, shattered. 427. Oh, man. Nicely done. Now, they are broken, but there you go. They are completely gone now. Shattered. But look at that. 464 kills. Triple chevron. A lot of those kills were on Praetorian Guard, too. Look at all the purple cloaks on the ground. Nice play there by Nabatea. Very well done. Balance power seems to be just about dead even. Could be a smidgen in the attacker's favor, but if it is, it's teensy-weensy little bit.
Yeah!
Over here you got hoplites. Now, I'm a little confused why they didn't send something here to get around behind the hoplite. You want to get through a hoplite, that's how you do it. You get around them. Another good way to get through hoplites in a choke point like this is good units, honestly. So your Praetorians, stuff like that. What you do is you probably put your Praetorians here to bust through this spot, just because it's a little less exposed to archer fire. You saw here that the archer fire from this direction was pretty vicious on them. So looks like some. Oh my God! Look at the Cretans, 315 kills. Got a veteran hoplite coming here. The Legionary cohort's going to have a tough time getting through that. And what I would probably do, I'd probably send a unit over, hit the back of this veteran hoplite, because it's out of position. They have it locked, you know, they've got a unit locked down here, but they are well exposed on the flank. Oh, nice jabbies. Bactrian Hillman hit right in the back of the Hastati. That might actually assist in getting rid of this Hastati. The archers pulled out of combat, but their swords are out. I'm pretty sure they're out of ammo. And I think the other Bactrian Hillman's trying to sneak around to get in the back of the hoplites. Over on the right and center, you see it's kind of chilled out a little bit. You know, they're kind of taking their time. I think that's a smart move. They're letting this other flank continue its push, putting some pressure over here before they just throw themselves in the center over there. Although there are some units moving forward, some Massilian Thorough Spears. You can see in the back there some Celtic Warrior.
Kill!
Now the Praetorian Guard, that is going to be their way through here. You can see this one has taken quite a bit of damage. I think that's from the Scythe Chariots. So where's the Praetorian? Looks like they're going to go there. Oh my gosh, look at this guy. It's 18 kills, double chevron. I think he got the chevrons from killing the Scythe Chariots. Those are expensive chariots. In the center, we've got the Thorough Spears engaging some Nabatean Axe Warriors. 59, 60 kills, 177 on the Thorough Spears. Nicely done. The Massilian Thorough Spears are a little bit better than the regular Thorough Spears. If I remember correctly, it's in the melee attack and melee defense. I don't know if there's any more Thorough Spears around to look. Let's see. I don't see any more. Otherwise, I would kind of give you a stat comparison. Massilian Hoplites, 164 kills. Nicely done. The General is a Galatian nobleman. Bet he wish he had that down below for the Scythe Chariots. Galatian noblemen have got counter cavalry tactics. But it looks like they are finally going to bust through this area here. They were able to get a unit around behind, which is going to break that hoplite unit. Hoplite with 109? Yeah, 109. So it looks like they are now going to, well, never mind. Thought they were going to fall back to something like that, but now I don't know that they are. I guess we're going to see, because I don't know what they're doing at the moment. Nabatia's got, I mean, they're out of ammo, but units coming out this way. I'm not 100% sure what he's doing. That Nabatian heavy archer with 220 kills. Very, very nice. But the Hippeus, I mean, there's a ton of stuff over here to kill it, so it doesn't matter. I'm not 100% sure why they went out, but they did. Yeah, I don't know what they were planning here, because now they seem to be a little out of position over here. They've got a Thorax Hoplite General in, but they threw the Nabatean General in, and I'm not really sure what's going on, but then they've got a veteran, or a picked hoplite even, out of position over here. I'm not sure what Athens' plan is. Galatian Legionary now going to come around it. 240, oh, look at, oh no. Cretan shots right in the back. That unit was healthy enough to still do some damage, but with only 14, 15 men, no, it's not. That one volley was just vicious. I mean, to me, like, it looks more in the favor of the attackers, just looking at it, but Balance Power says it's pretty much dead even. It could be due to, like, ammunition on the defender's part. Praetorian Guard, double chevron, 68 kills, but they're going up against veteran hoplites. Yeah, so I guess what their plan was use the pick top light to hold this so that they could keep holding this. But I think it probably would have been a little more, beneficial to kind of hold here, here, or here and here, something like that instead. What I would have suggested would actually be holding there, because then if you do have archers left, they can shoot down the mountain there. Big top light's now up to 94 kills. Then Bactrian Royal Guard charging out. Thorax Hoplites charging out. Well, maybe not. Now they're going to go back. Mercenary Veterans 140, 170. And there was a Thorax kind of, guarding the flank here, but it just broke. Not sure how many kills it got, but Praetorian Guard now up to 117 kills. And over here you got another Praetorian. Uh-oh. Look at this, Vasily coming around the back of the Bactrian Royal Guard. A little out of position. Neptune Axe Warriors hit the back, the Galatian Legionaries, and then they might be able to twist over into that one too. And then I don't know what the hell just happened there, but Bactria's general just went a little wonky. I think he turned to engage the Massilian Hoplites, and then because of his Hoplite wall, it must have messed him up or something. 150 kills, 26, so this one's, oh man, only 46 men left and only 26 kills on a Galatian Legionary. That's rough, very, very rough. Got some of the stuff from Vasilia sitting over on this side. 156, the Gallic Warriors 107, and I don't see the other ones, maybe he lost the other ones. Celtic Slingers still completely fresh. I think the Picked Hoplites may be coming over to assist here. This is pretty well stuck in engagements. The mercenary Syrian archers for Galatia trying to focus down the Nabatean general, which is fair game. I mean, he was sitting right in front of them. I see no issue there. A lot of people, oh, yeah, that was gen sniping. That's not gen sniping. Gen sniping, typically, I really consider it kind of just like an honor among gentlemen type thing. At the start of the battle, gen sniping is like at the start of the battle, taking your artillery and trying to shoot a general way back here and stuff. I just think that's a little cheeky. But, if you bring your general like way up close to the combat, I find that completely fair game. Thorax swords guarding the top of the breachway here. You got Galatian Legionaries coming up. Now, the Thorax swords have 24 kills right now and have not lost anyone, so I'm going to guess they've used jabbies. And it looks like they're out. Nope, they weren't. Did get a jabby toss, but I don't think they got anything out of it. You can see there has been some combat back here. You got Bactrian Syrian archers. Look, they're shooting over into this combat. You can see, obviously, the Bactrian Royal Guard from the reds and blues here. And then some sort of hoplite behind it. Looks like maybe just a standard, no, veteran hoplite. Veteran, or the Nabatean Axe Warriors, 121 kills. And then the Picked Hoplite now taking on the Praetorian Guard. 211 kills now. Triple chevron on the Praetorian Guard. And the Galatian Syrian archers are shooting the Picked Hoplite, but kind of in a weird, I mean, they're shooting them straight on, and honestly, they're probably getting some friendly fire on the Praetorian Guard. I would probably refrain from doing this. Picked Hoplites are actually a pretty solid unit, especially if you can get them in kind of a small choke point, somewhere they can, really just kind of hold the line. The issue with the way they're engaging this is they're really allowing Galatia's unit to wrap them around. They probably should have distributed their hoplite units a little more evenly along this line. You can see, sorry about all the marks there, but you can see what I mean here. Kind of a hoplite, hoplite, hoplite. But you can see they're kind of more like on top of each other. Nabatean Axe Warriors pulling off. They're probably going to charge back in. Glacial Legionaries 95, 42 on the Thorax. But dead even on the units here. The Thorax swords have the advantage of the incline, so that should help them. But look at this, Massilia is going hard around. Doesn't have a whole lot of stuff left, but he is bringing them all around the back. Nabatean Noble Horse, or Noble Cab, what's left of it over here. What's he going for? Gallic Hunters. But it's the Hippeus Lancers, or it's Massilian Cab, never mind. Right off the bat, up to 80. He was at 50 kills on this unit. But with all this stuff, they're probably going to finish off the Nabatean General. Now he's dead anyway, so the unit... Now the Massilia seems to be... the Massilian General seems to be alive still. And Nabatea's General's unit is now gone. So as far as I could see, it looks like the back is now open. Now it could be, I think the defenders may... Whoops, sorry about that. I think defenders are trying to eliminate this if they can, so that they can then kind of consolidate back at the point. But they are in a little bit of a sticky spot because that Massilian force, as far as we can see, is completely open to get to the final victory point, which on Verticala is right here. Now let's see, Galatian Legionaries 171, 112 men left, and the Thorax Sword 65 and only 105 men left. So the Galatian Legionary definitely was beginning to get the better of that combat. I think that's why they pulled the Thorax out, maybe give it a chance to rest, and it's going to charge back down the incline again. Or I guess it's charging down the decline? Galatia's Legionaries here not getting a counter charge, but they're up to 204 kills. Thorax, they're pretty much dead even on unit, but Thorax Sword's only 74 kills. This side is really sketchy. The Picked Hoplite ended up breaking, but honestly it looks like the Praetorians are gone too, so Rome seems to be pretty much completely out of the fight. Got pikes, Thorax pikes, Nabatean archers shooting over at the Galatian Legionaries. That might give the Thorax Swords the edge. And here you go, looks like units falling back. The Athenian General, I think, is in a really bad spot. 165 kills now. So the Athenian General is doing really well. The Thorax Swords were pulled out of combat again. They're using the Persian Lights and the Syrians to keep that unit locked down, then cycling out their Thorax. I wonder, you might leave the unit, you might leave one of these units in a little longer to allow the Thorax to rest up, because you can see it is tired. 237 now on the Galatian Legionaries. You can see another Legionary moving around the back. Triple Chevron, 206 kills. Very, very well done. Now, this must be, okay, so this unit I thought was coming over here is the one that came this way, actually. Picked Hoplite now, 221, or not Picked Hoplite, Thorax Hoplite. Then regular Hoplite at 62. And then they're using their Cretans and kind of getting around some of the Galatian units here. Galatia's Legionaries over here trying to chase down the Cretans. And the Galatian Legionary over here about to be gone, 250. Bounce power has definitely shifted towards the defender's favor at this point. Yeah, this Thorax Hoplite General for Athens is doing very, very well. Very, very well. But the Glacial Legionnaires are going to finish these Cretan Archers pretty quick. Pretty quick, man. Glacian General now wavering. Rome actually has ammo in these archers over here. And actually now getting a really nice shot in the back of the Thorax Hoplite General. Galatia, I guess, going to come charge the Hoplites. Massilia over at the back, now making to the point. The point is now neutralized. But the issue is that all the defenders have to do is sit on the edge of it. As long as the point does not get fully captured by the attackers, time keeps going. So they just have to keep it neutralized, and they are good. Now, the question is, do these Celtic Slingers completely full of ammo? So they might be able to do some real rough damage to the pikes here. And then the Celtic Warriors still have Javies too. But somehow neither the Slingers or the Celtic Warriors killed anything in that point. Unless maybe the Celtics were shooting the Nabateans? Which honestly may not be a bad idea. They are better pikes than the Athenian one. Thorax Sword from Bactria finished off the Glacian Legionary, now coming over here. I think they were trying to do something kind of sneaky here, but I think realized that it just wasn't going to work. And now the two pikes layering up next to each other, covering the full thing. Celtic Warriors now beginning to get some kills. Actually, Nabatea pushing into the Celtic Warriors. I meant Celtic Slingers on these guys, excuse me. But over here, it's all done. Rome and Galatia are out of the fight. It is down to just Massilia. Celtic Warriors got caught a little bit on the pike. But I think the hardest part is going to be once all this stuff returns. I bet Massilia really wishes he had Javies left. Honestly, there could be a little bit of a stalemate for a moment here because neither side can do much. Massilia is using his slingers to get some... Oh, and I think he's going to try and get the side of the Thorax now, which is smart. It's a better target. Yep, there it is. Nabatean Thorax. Oh my God, look at the numbers drop. He was at 127 earlier, and now look at he's just dropping. Slinger's up to 44 kills now. The Thorax Sword moved out a little bit, and the Celtics charged forward, and they almost broke that. Oh, Slingers, if the Slingers hit this Thorax Sword, maybe they... Yeah, there it is. It's gone. Nice, nice, nice. Celtic Warriors now falling back. The issue is that they can't charge into the pikes, right? That's the problem. The pikes have longer, pointier sticks than you do, so that's always going to be the issue in this situation. And Massilia, you know, Slingers have a lot of ammo, but Massilia is praying to God he's got enough to break, you know, both of these pikes. The standard pikes from Athens, honestly, probably won't be too much of an issue to get rid of. They're not the best pikes, so even if he doesn't kill them, he might be able to get them to break. Now, where is the Celtic Warrior going? Ah, that's where he's going. Mercenary Syrian Archers over here. 149 kills on those. Right now he's throwing at the thorax pikes from Nabatea. Then you got, I'm assuming, out of ammo archers, 229 on them. Oh, can you break him? Come on, break him. Break him. I don't know why I'm rooting for this, but because of their backs turned, you might be able to get that Nabatean to break. Yes, you did. Shattered. All right, so Nabatea is gone. Nabatea's general is gone. And actually, I believe all of the generals are dead, or is Athens? Yep, all generals are dead except for Massilia. That could be the big difference maker. Actually, look at the balance of power. Oh my gosh, the previous balance of power, or previously, it was way in favor of the defenders, but man, because of the breaking of the Bactrian thorax, the Nabatean thorax pike, breaking both of those units, and both of those were caused by the loss of these generals, that was huge. And the pike, honestly, man, I don't know that the pike can stand up here. I think this pike is going to break. I think it's going to break here. He's losing men. It's not just the point of losing men, though. It's the fact that the morale. That's really what makes the big difference. 45 morale on the pikemen for Athens. I almost wonder if you threaten the back with the general here. The one concern you have is this tower. He would probably lose a lot of men, you know, from that tower. I'm not sure what the slingers are doing now. They're kind of turning. Maybe he's trying to get the more of the non-shield side or something. I'm not sure. I think the Cretans are going to go try and shut him up. I wouldn't do it. Honestly, I understand what you're trying to do, but you also need to be very careful not to trigger army losses. And losing these archers back here, even though they're out of ammo and stuff, if you lose them, you could trigger army losses for yourself. So these two sides, Athens and Massilia, actually have to be really careful here. Because either side, well, honestly, Athens is in a lot more trouble. Once again, he's lost his general. Massilia has not. So Massilia can be a little more willy-nilly with his troops, a little bit, you know, but Athens here, I disagree with going in with the Cretans. I understand you want to get into the Celtic slingers, but if you lose these archers, you could be in a lot of trouble. So yeah, now Massilia should pull these Celtics out, the Celtic slingers away. Athens is going to try and hit the side, and he is. The Cretans somehow have not broken yet. The Athenian general moving around the side. He's trying to go and get the flank of the Celtics, but another Celtic going to come in and hit him. Now the Athenian general, 301 kills, triple chevron. Really, really well done. Oh, and this is bad. And I think this is where it goes very, very badly for the defenders. Come on, you gotta turn. You gotta turn. Go, go, go. Turn around. There you go. Cretan Archer 380. Gotta hit the back of the pikemen. You hit the back of the pikemen, they will break. Damn it. Sorry, guys. Now, are the Celtics out of ammo? 143 kills. They're not out of ammo, so I'm not sure why he is not shooting these. Shoot these while your cav charges the back. If you shoot the pikes while your cav charges the back, you will break the pikes. Let him pull himself out of position. Pull back here. I think you keep charging the general. I think one more charge is going to do it. Especially yeah. I think that's it. I think the attackers just pulled this off. I don't know how this game swung both directions just That was a very, very fun battle. All right, so for the attackers, some very, very interesting stats here. So first off, we got Jacoby as Massilia with 2,465 kills, 236, 176, 118, 181, 219, 187. Then we've got Destructor as Galatia with 2789, 256, 236, 333, 245. Very, very well done. But look at Rome here. Just really not getting the kills you typically see for a Rome. 1284. And honestly, my biggest criticism, two Praetorians, I'm not a fan. One of them, Triple Chevron, 228. But look at the Legionaries. They just got, the feels, man, for Rome. All right, for the defenders, very, very well done. Pizza Maker is Bactria at 2269, 204, 189. Archers probably could have done a little better, 186 on the Persian Lights. Craig Shields as Nabatea with 2364. Archers did very, very well, and then his infantry did pretty well as well. 464, triple chevron on the Scythe Chariot. Sema as Athens with 2480, leading the kills for the defenders and almost pulling it off. 331 on his gen. Look at that. 203, 188, 182, 212 on the picked hoplite. But that is going to be it for today's battle. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, in the description, there is the link to the Discord. So if you guys want to get in the battles or send me battles, that's typically the best.